Well, we've had some rain out there so far today, and we're going to have more of that, I think, as we head through tonight. In fact, first half of the week does look rather rainy across a lot of the area. We could pick up some locally heavy rain, but the good news is, as far as the flooding concerns go, they're not really that high because it's been so dry lately. It will be drier by the time we get to later in the week, the way things are looking. And right now, we've got some optimism that we could have a dry Halloween for all the ghosts and goblins and trick-or-treaters out there. Now, as far as the drought goes, it's been here. It'll stay here for a bit longer, the way it looks, although the rain moving in tonight's going to help things. As we headed through the first part of the month, it was still there, kind of a mild to moderate drought. And I got to tell you, it has really not changed a whole lot. We haven't seen a whole lot of really beneficial rain to really dent the drought down, but we're going to see some as we head through tonight. We have this warm front out in the Plain States. It's lifting across Nebraska as well as Kansas, sending in a surge of humidity into much of downstate Illinois and into western Tennessee, western Kentucky, as well as northeast Arkansas. So we'll get some decent rain, I think, out of this system as we head through the next couple of days. We could be looking at maybe a couple inches of rain. Your dew points are up, and again, that's a measure of how comfortable it is. It's also a measure of how much moisture we've got in the atmosphere, and they're up a little bit compared to where they've been recently. And you can see the last 3 hours that points it out very well, that tongue of moisture, so to speak, moving up across southern Illinois, and that is where the rain is falling, and that's where it's going to be through the night. We could see some locally heavy rain in a few spots, but as we go through the week here, this system's going to go on by pretty quick. You can see there it is by Wednesday. It's out of here. So Thursday, now we're back in kind of a northerly flow, and that is some great news for the ghosts and goblins come Friday. That could set us up for a relatively dry Halloween with kind of a good soaking leading up till then, all the way up through midweek. Could see these occasional bouts of rain moving across the area. Now, your precipitation outlook, actually, as we head through the first week of November, in the wake of that system early in the week, is for a good chance it would be below average rainfall. And to go with that, I think we're going to see cooler than average temperatures too. So we go from cooler and wet to cooler and drier, the way it's looking a bit later on in the week. Tonight, it's going to be soggy. If you're out for any reason, take the rain gear. You're going to need it. Down to 49 degrees, a good chance of rain, east winds running at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then it's a cool day coming up as we head through your Monday. 56 for the high, east-northeast winds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. I think we'll get a break from the rain as we head through the day. We'll have kind of a gap with some drier weather in between for a lot of Monday afternoon, and then more rain comes in as we head through the middle of the week. Your bus stop forecast, we could have some rain around as we head through Monday morning. Temperatures low 50s, kind of cool. Jackets and sweaters for the way home, but it looks like drier weather around by the time we get to 3 p.m. So we're in pretty good shape as we head towards the evening hours. Now, the next 7 days, we'll get a break from the rain, I think, after Monday morning into Monday night. And then look what happens Tuesday, Wednesday. We are soggy again, getting soaked. A brief warm up Tuesday, about 60 for the high. And then Wednesday, back in the cool air and the rain and the blustery winds, very fallish. By Thursday into Friday, hey, here's some good news. Check out Friday, 60 for the high, a low of 39. Great news for all the ghosts and goblins for Halloween. And then the first weekend of November, right around 60, lows in the 30s on a couple mornings.